If you're going through hell, keep going. You know that saying? Welcome you, and here are the few tips for those who are happen to be in peculiar situations that feels like you are going through hell, you are in hell, and what actually that hell is, or so-called hell, drawn most of the times from Catholic religion, but also other belief system given collectively to humanity. So I'm Joanna Pilatowicz, and welcome in the dreaming world, lucid dreaming, and how dreams can help you in your reality. Hell, I understand from my dreaming perspective here as an emotional and mental state. However, for those of you who went through peculiar paranormal experiences and get access to astral world, other dimensions nearby where different entities live, or people who just pass from this life and they are in between before making decision where they would go, or evaluating their life, or also coming back here to manage some more things, organize some tasks. This is very, very, very feeling physical place that you encounter in your dreams. And for those of you who happen to meet someone who passed and you had this access this through the portal in your dreaming, that you met these people there, it feels like it's more, this world is more real than the one that we actually live in. So the feeling is amazing. It feels very, very physical as well. And of course, considering all the collective beliefs, it is also it has more power into it because it's maintained also collectively. Please remember, whatever I'm saying here, it's from my own personal cosmology, and you don't have to agree with that. You can add your own puzzles to it. You can have it different experiences, and you are also right. So it's a realistic state of mind through vision, dreaming, or life situation. What opens the portal to hell? Of course, trauma. Trauma situation you're going through in your life that some of the people live in that state for their whole life. So it's this portal that leads to different levels of hell. And in many different cultures, you have levels of hell, like desperation, helplessness, frustration, fear. And the first one of the first one that I described in the Oracle, of course, and this will be book number 5, the Oracle travels through other dimensions. You have there, one of the first levels is fear, so facing your fear. With facing your fear, if you are astral traveler, if you do it consciously, it's important to know that fear, it may be not exactly the fear that you think you dealt with, because sometimes there are the deepest fears that we are not even conscious about, and they're coming out during those peculiar visits if someone wants to even go there. But a lot of people are just thrown there through the trauma and life situations that are not so cool. The first thing, so here are the tips. The first thing good to know is to realize that you are not okay. You are in the space that it's not supporting your well-being, it's draining your energy, and you suffer, whether you're from sadness, frustration, anger, depression. So all the emotions are opening, all the emotions that the situation, trauma of someone caused within you, and you didn't deal with them. They are opening the portal to those states of mind, emotion, and also it feels very, very realistic, especially in those dreaming states when you're dreaming. You can be also pulled out of the body on that particular emotion. So be careful about those emotions. We all need to have our arsenal of emotions and know everything, experience each one of them to be fully human. However, navigating through them more and more consciously will help us to not stay too long, but exactly the amount of time that the situation requires in those states when you need to act from anger, and sometimes those situations are proper. But considering the amount of energy you're supposed to put in something. For example, getting out of the depression, the certain amount of energy that is related to anger will help you to move and do something. So that's already better than just sitting in a depression. You can also see through the self-knowledge and discovering yourself, and you can use that scale this way or that way. So from negative to positive, from negative emotions, so-called. This is just, collectively called. You can see where you are. How much time do you spend in feeling low, not happy, not satisfied, or not forgiving for 20, 30 years someone who hurt you and keep carrying it on? It's like putting yourself personally in hell, not forgiving, not letting go, not solving the situation within yourself on different levels. So also you can see if maybe you're growing, maybe you're reaching the bliss moments, but your growth is not stable. It goes like that. So you go ups and down, ups and down. It's like, bipolar, schizophrenic, and so on, or depressive, maniacal, and so on. So it's not an accident that clinical psychology called it a certain names and gave a certain diagnosis here. I do not want you to diagnose yourself. I want you to just see what is happening to you, what is your experience, and where you are. And if you find yourself completely seeing that most of your life you spent unhappy, dissatisfied, and it's like going through personal hell, then the first thing is to recognize that and keep going. That's the second one. Do not stop. Keep going. And the worst would be to settle in hell. So here you meet a lot of people, law of, attraction, of course, acts here. That will tell you probably information such as, hey, such as life. Life looks like that. Just, comply, do whatever people do with us. And yeah, maybe it's just a little bit torture, but yeah, everyone can handle that, right? So you have any kind of voices here telling you that it's okay. No, it's not okay. But you hear those voices from those who are in that hell with you currently. And you need to differentiate. That's another tip, to differentiate that these voices are not your voices. So here is helpful the question, what am I under influence? What is influencing me right now? Who? It could be some personalities from your family, or from your ancestors. It could be some situation, a country that you live in. You also collectively pick up the atmosphere of the country. And you are going to have stored biologically, physically, that information in your body. I know people, and I have the same. When we touch someone else's, we perceive the current state, the possible thoughts, and the vibration. This is something is going, whatever is going on with that person. So another tip when you have that already is to have this directed self-discipline. So many people who are in this, the worst states of mind emotionally, and it feels so physical, like there is no sun, there is no light. Even those who were reaching the bliss and they do not know how to navigate down into those levels. When they reach it there, when they fall into the nightmares, they have this impression that the light doesn't go there. So again, from the perspective of the dreaming, from the oracle perspective, I have an impression like there is a certain certain deal between darkness and the light. And there are those places when the light accepts that it doesn't reach. You have to move out of that place in order to feel hopeful again and see that light. So even those who know that there is a bliss, joy, love in those worst moments, it is like it's never there, like it was a fairy tale. It never existed and won't exist anymore. So you need to differentiate that voice and keep with your self-discipline, keep going toward that light that you know is there. Um, Even though everyone around you will try to convince you, no, such is life, it won't get better, this is the life. Um, that self-discipline is not that easy, of course, because here you would like to not be so alone. There is a certain loneliness people experience in those states, and to not be alone, you try to convince other people, losing your precious life force, that there is a light. Of course, I'm talking a little bit in metaphors, like there is a better life, there is hope, and they will tell you that it's a fairy tale. So do not lose time and your life and your energy on convincing other people. And all of us at times are falling for that and trying to make it better when we also want to help someone. So it happens. So this directed self-discipline is something that in this period of time you need to remind yourself a little bit more often. Am I continuing going out of here? Am I today continuing going out of here? How is my mind focused? What do I really want? And this is the moment when you start to hook yourself, grab something that is more and more hopeful. This is how you get out. Any one of you who dreams and have those dreams about entities that are attacking you, or dream paralysis, I did a certain material about it, so please go to that few videos before. It's important to finish and change the dream that you are dreaming, because the dreams can also influence our reality, and also directly through the dream you can act on several dimensions at the same time. I will do a separate video about it, about ending dreams, and more about the portals, because if I tell you all from 9 of my books, it will be too much mix. It is put in a story, in a paranormal story, but a lot of you, this is already happening for years, and I'm so glad to hear for more and more people that it's happening to them, because those years ago I thought this is just my experience, so I started to write fiction books about it, but the experience is real. It feels exactly that way. I love to personify certain entities, the voices, and I see it in my mind. So I have this easiness of writing about it, of course, but the more of you dream about it, the more of you knows that it's something more out there. So I'm very, very happy that you letting me know about it, and it's more and more of you. I was completely alone before in it. Now a lot of you who read already something or heard some of the videos I made, and other YouTubers, other people who make who are taking care of those particular topics, we already know there is so much that is really, really hard sometimes to navigate, and we discover a few every now and then, a new puzzle into the story. So you also providing me more puzzles into that story, and maybe one day I will separate that a little bit, and we'll do separate about portals, about more about dreams, how to end that, and of course about this different states. So also me going through hell like I did right now, and also about this lighter state of being, what's going on there, and what are the tests there too, because every level, everything which we're going through has a different of course rules. Okay, this is it for today. I hope it was clear what to do if you find yourself in those states that feels very much physical, paranormal, extraordinary, and it's nothing that clinical psychology talks about. It goes a little bit more deeper, more vivid, and those experiences are really, really strong. So let me know about it. And till the next time, bye bye.